Hey guys and girls, Nathan Birch here from the B.Invested headquarters. Today I want to talk about something I only thought about the other day and let's get straight into it. So going back, people often ask me like, oh Nathan, do you do seminars and stuff like that? I don't have time for the seminars. I do YouTube, I do podcasts, try and put as much content as I can out there for the community and try and talk about something different every time. Going back probably 10 years ago now, it was actually 2011, I was doing some speaking events on behalf of one of the largest banks, or the largest bank in the country. And I remember at the time, like I'd have like 500 people turn up. It was like probably once a month I'd do these sort of seminar talks on behalf of the bank. And I would talk about things, and then afterwards I'd have like maybe 20 or 30 people who would want to ask me a million questions afterwards. And I was very big at the time of buying properties out in Mount Druitt, which is in Western Sydney. Mount Druitt is a blue-collar suburb, a lot of sort of community housing and all that sort of stuff, very sort of government sort of backed. The area's changed a lot in the last 20 years. But 10 years ago, people would say, they'd turn their nose up and they'd be like, Nathan, I don't want to buy out there. Like, come on, like it's crap. The places never go up in value. You get a bad tenant, all of this sort of stuff. And it was only the other day I was looking through some of my investors' portfolios, and I was like thinking to myself, shit, like some of these people that I bought portfolios for, right? Like they've got 10, 15, 20 properties in their portfolio. Some of them I'm still very, very close to. Some people just don't, I've fallen out of contact with, don't speak. I'm like, why don't I get heaps of messages saying, thank you so much, Nathan, you've changed my life. These things I bought for 150, 200 grand and now worth 5, 6, 700 grand a piece. So, someone could literally have bought 10 properties for like 2 mil and it'd be now worth 6 or 7 mil. They would have made 3, 4, 5 mil, clear if they sold them. And, these properties would be very positive cash flow now. So, that was great for those investors that made the decisions at the time. They took the leap of faith. They did all their research. They were committed to the goals. They had good processes and systems in order for them to be able to get the finance to build the portfolio out, which was really important. But, I remember at the time when I was doing these talks, and people would say, Nathan, Mount Druitt is never going to go up in value. It's terrible investment and all this sort of stuff. And I made my first $1 million in Mount Druitt, which I'm forever grateful for because I bought properties and I contributed to the community, local jobs, all that sort of stuff. So, the community contributed to me and I contributed to the community. It was great. But all these people turned their nose up to it. I remember saying at the time, like these seminars were being held in Bella Vista, which is Baulkham Hills area, and there's a big road, it's called the M7 freeway, and you could get on the M7 freeway here. It's like a 2-minute drive to get to it. Once you're on the M7, within 6 to 7 minutes you get off the M7 and you're in Mount Druitt. And literally, if we look here at Bella Vista, houses in the nicest state, the big mansions, $4, $5, $6 million sort of houses in Bella Vista Waters and that. And then there's these houses that are only a little bit down the road. I remember saying to everybody in the seminar, I was like, you guys, you're sitting here. I probably wasn't as, I was more like wore a tie and, trying to keep corporate with the bank and all that. But I was like, you guys, you're down the road. And I was basically saying like, fucking, it's 7 minutes down the road. You stop turning your nose up being snobs. Just fucking understand that infrastructure's going in place. The value's going to be pushed up. And people turn their nose up to that. And I'm very vivid on the people, their names, what they look like. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And these people, I'm just thinking, how many fucking opportunities did people piss up against the wall, right? How many opportunities? You could have bought shit for 150, 200 grand 10 years ago that's now worth, $750,000, right? Just let that sink in. You could have bought, 4 times the amount of buying power than what you have today for the same asset, right? You could have been retired, right? And, you guys may not have been watching and all that sort of stuff. It's not a message to you guys. But my point being is that I literally had rooms full of 500 people at a time. And I'm telling them, drive fucking 10 minutes down the road, buy a property. It's going to go up in value. Lots of people did. They earned lots of money. Lots of people had these opinions. Oh, what happened to the tenant trashes the place? Oh, the place will never go up in value. Oh, that area's a shithole, right? Their opinions cost them fucking money. And those people are probably out there now going, oh, I should have bought, I might buy one for 700. And my investors that have bought them are probably selling them off to those people now because they're like, oh, I better, it's like buying Bitcoin at fucking 80 grand when you could have bought it for 2 grand a year ago. Like, come on. So I'm a value investor. I like buying things of value. I like seeing the opportunity. I like seeing upside. I like knowing that there's a potential there. Am I out there buying houses in Mount Druitt for 700 grand? Absolutely fucking not, right? You will not see Birchie paying those prices out there, right? But there is other markets, right? So before I go into those other markets, I'm asking, like, what were the opinions? All these people with their opinions and shit. Opinions don't pay the bills, fucking emotions don't pay the bills, none of that shit pays the bills. Taking action, having a strategy, having a plan, and doing is what got the people that did get there, right? So just bear that in mind. So my question now is, we're now in 2021, it's 10 years on. Birchie's, ranting to cameras and microphones and stuff on a regular basis. He doesn't really care that much, what people's opinions are, because he just says things as they are. And, there's opportunities, right? What are the opportunities out there? About 3-4 years ago, I said, let's go into mining towns. I'm not a fan of mining towns. I'm not advocating that people should go buy mining towns, right? I just know that fucking commodity prices were going to go through the roof. Timber, up 6 times in the last 12 months. Iron ore, up double in the last 12 months. Copper, up double in the last 12 months. Coal, even the dirty old coal, right? Things are pushing through in those mining areas. Why? Because of inflation. Those places were smashed so hard. I went out to some areas which people were paying 500 grand for a house or a townhouse going back 10 years ago. And I was out there buying the properties for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. Those things have now doubled, quadrupled in like 2 years, right? And people have quadrupled their money. Lots of people 3-4 years ago said, oh, Nathan, these things are too risky. Someone paid 500 grand for it, it's only worth 50 grand. Well, I'm waiting for some dickhead to come and pay 500 grand again, and you've made 10 times your money. Made 10 times your money, but question your fear, all that sort of stuff, right? These people have just 5 times the money, 4 times their money, right? Good work, everyone that did that. There's areas out there, whether it be coastal, whether it be interstate, there's areas which I can pick up properties for 100,000 in 2021. You can't build a townhouse, a unit, a granny flat for that. But I'm picking up houses for 100 grand. I'm picking up townhouses for 100 grand. I'm picking up units for 100 grand. They're out there. The opportunities are out there. But how many poor fuckers are going to sit here in 10 years' time and go, I should have taken that advice. I didn't think the property was going to go up. And, these things could never go up. And it's all too big. All those same fucking excuses and opinions and stuff I see from 10 years ago, people have in the day, and they'll have them in 10 years' time. But the opposite side of the equation is people have taken action, people had a strategy, people made money, people are retired, all that sort of stuff, right? So just a little rant. There's actually no point to this video apart from I thought I'd share, something that had occurred. It was just like a light bulb moment. I was like, shit, if one person can go, I need to give myself an uppercut, 2 people can do that, then great. So, just thought I'd share that with you. People literally pissed up their retirement 10 years ago. People are pissing their retirement against the wall on opportunities today. You've got interest rates. Like, seriously think about it. You buy a place for 100 grand or 150, 200 grand, right? 100 grand loan at a 3% interest rate is 3 grand a year. It's $60 a fucking week, right? 60 bucks a week to buy a property. And you get 300 bucks a week, 250 a week, right? Do the sums. Right? You could have been the dumbest fucking kid at school. You realise you're still making money. So, opportunities are out there. Don't let them fail you, because sometimes the smartest people from the most exclusive areas make silly mistakes that they didn't take from 10 years ago. Opportunities are out there. Take opportunities. Make shit happen. If you need help, email us at admin@binvested.com.au. Always here to help. Catch up soon, guys. Bye for now.